All right, guys, week 4 is done. I am hurt, crippled. I can't go on. Actually, that's not true, but I did get a little hurt on deadlifts. I will explain more in the video, but I live to see another day. Enjoy. All right, day 1, squats. 463, 3 sets of 5. A little nervous going into it. I didn't want to squat because I'm only squatting 1 day a week. So, like, for me, like, mentally, like, I had 3 days off. I don't want to lift, but again, getting on the bar felt really good. And do need like a bit of a bigger warm up, but besides that, I always feel pretty solid. Again, no issues here. Very smooth. Again, the plan is ramping up for a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks, and then a little deload. And I call it a bridge week of kind of an in between weight. So last week I did 45, so I'm doing 463 here. And then the goal next week is to hit 525 for whatever it may be. 563, 365, who knows? But again, always increasing the weight. And again, squats felt great after the first set. No real issue. A little winded, but not a big deal. Some good mornings again here. Again, these have actually carried over very well for my deadlifts, which I'll explain later in the video. But huge carryover, which I love. I haven't done these in a couple years, so bringing them back and actually see them work towards my main lifts is awesome. Normally I was doing like 400, like 385, crazy weight, but I'm actually going a little bit lighter. Skipped the split squats. They were my knee. I didn't like that, and went to 4 sets of leg extensions of 3. Felt really good. Had no knee pain after this. Still no knee pain. Been great. So we will not ever do split squats again. And here we go, day 2. Forearm warm up. This is what I was doing to prevent tendonitis from kicking in on my bench. It looks silly, but actually works really well. So I'll be doing these every bench day. It's supination, pronation, and the upward flexion for the forearm. But 2 sets of 15 on all angles. Probably should do 3 because I do feel a little bit of a tension when benching, but not a big deal. There we go. Felt really good that day. 5 to the 3 at 303. Wasn't sure about it. Almost wanted to do a 4x4 after the first set, but lo and behold, after the first set, I was actually pretty tired. So 5 to 3 was a good call. And again, looking strong. Boom. No issue there. Hey, hon. Bracket. No big deal. Was that an apple? Thank you, hon. Last set of 5, or sorry, 5th set, last set of 3. I'm going to say it's on the spot me in this one, but no, I had it. Right, hon? Nipples would not have. And then football bar, 185, 3 sets of 10. These are getting very easy now, which I like. Getting very strong. Just kind of tossing weight up and down. Very locked in, like very precise. Pressing, like I'm focusing on what muscles I'm using. It feels really good. So the carryover now is actually building. Reverse flies before my devastating injury. Career ending might be, some might call it. But I'm just kidding. Reverse flies at 40 pounds. No problem. Should be doing hundreds, but here we are. Rack those. Again, great day. Day 2 was great. Here we go. A little bit of tricep action. Just change up the angle. Very easy, not too hard, but you do those sets and reps. It hurts. So it paid off, right, hon? Take a look. This is a good curl exercise. You guys have a rack and a pad at your gym. Shit sucks. It burns so bad, especially with the fat grip. It sucks. It burns. It hurts. It works. That's what I'm coming down to. It works really well. But I don't do all that stuff all the time because it does suck. So, oh my god, I did the other arm too. Crazy. So again, you can see my massive arm curling. Yeah, just trying to vary my arm shit. So you can come up with something cool, just do it. Doesn't matter. Get a pump, get a feel in the bicep, tricep. That's all that matters. Thank you for the beer. Han got me a beer. I have been drinking, if you can't tell. Oh man, day through deadlift. Sad day. Boom! Rip it off the ground and had to drop it because I thought my rear delt was gonna tear. Felt like needles spazzing. Hour later, felt like it was like a tetanus shot or like a flu shot. And then by that night, I forgot it existed. And then I don't know. This was all right. So again, I'll show you the next video here, the next section. Again, changing out the front squat for the leg press. Huge, huge game changer. Getting the work in without dying, putting my sleeves on, loading the plates, on the squat. I loved it. It was great. So here we go. Day for a bench. Pause up. And again, no problem with the rear delt. Again, very easy single. It actually felt very heavy, and like when I racked it, just felt like a lot of pressure, like on my joints and stuff. Like nothing like bad, but just like it was harder than it should have been, and I had to work harder to press the weight. So I stopped it there, and I went down to this weight here, 253 or whatever, for 4 sets of 5, and like, I'm gonna blow it up right here. Look at that, boom. Miss Hun, hold on. Miss Hun there, look right there. Hello. But again, just very creaky and achy, and I want to push it. With the deadlift I did and the strain I had in my shoulder, and I didn't actually do wide grip today. I did the bench press. I'm sorry, the chest press machine, which felt great. I did more weight for 15 reps than I ever have on that machine. Not that I ever had to push it, but I did 150 for 15. Felt good, felt easy, so that was great. And then again, going to the fly machine. Boom. This felt good. Big pump in my chest. PlayStation shirt. But yeah, I think this week, even with the injury, was like really solid. Regardless of the not doing the back downs on deadlifts, I wanted to do 440 for 3 sets of 5. It's not going to affect me because again, the carryover from the squats, good mornings, reverse hyper, everything's like I could feel it in my deadlift. Like after I pulled the 661, I dropped it. The next day, I felt like I didn't do anything. My back wasn't sore, nothing was sore. And again, this is the next day after the slight strain or whatever. My rear delt pull downs felt great. This is today. No pain, no nothing. Again, a little cautious, a little lighter, but again, no real issue here and felt nothing. So I'm pretty safe to probably deadlift next week or go really light or just skip it and go heavy into the next week. So we're going to find out on day 3 and hopefully pull something. Not on the body, but on the bar. And, we'll go from there. Shh. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you on the next one.